So overall, you've done 4 property purchases, and this is your third BRR deal. In that kind of journey of doing the buy, refurbish, refinance process, would you say there's much difference between number 1 and number 3? Anything you've learned, anything that you've improved on?
There is, of course, some differences. My investment area and obviously the types of refurb and the properties I buy, these 2-3 bedroom terrace, are all very similar. So it makes kind of estimating the refurb, fairly easy because, like I said, I understand the builders. Something I've learnt though is, as an investor, the best deals don't always have to be the ones that need the biggest refurb. The second property I secured was what I call a lighter refurb, lighter for me anyway, still changed a lot of it. But that was in and out in a quicker deal because it was modern method of auction that I purchased it through. I knew my number to make it a good deal, which was below what they wanted.
Yep.
I said, no, this is my number. I'm sticking with it to make it a good deal. They came back a week later saying, is it still on the table? I said, yes. And then that's why I purchased that because, lighter refurb, quicker in and out, refinance to go again.
Yeah. And I think probably actually kind of digesting what you're saying, when you find a kind of style of property that works, which for you here in terms of a buy-to-let rental, 2-3 bedroom terrace just works really well. It's kind of your bread and butter almost here, isn't it? People talk about the snowball effect in life, but you can almost have the snowball effect in your own portfolio. And once you realise that, this is the sort of house I want to go for, I know the numbers because I've done a few of them now. I know how much the refurb is going to cost, where you can really start to gain momentum by actually just leaning into what your niche is. Whereas what you find a lot of people do is they do one, they go, oh, that was great. Now I need a bigger hit of adrenaline for doing a 4-bed HMO, or now I need to go and do a commercial, which is great when people do that. But I actually prefer volume, and I prefer to lean into and perfect something which I've done once, twice, then I go through it 3, 4, 5 times more. Do you think that's the road you're going down?
Absolutely. For me, similar to yourself, the linear growth instead of that kind of spikes of growth.
Yeah.
It's sticking to what I know. There are so many strategies in property, all different ones, rent to service accommodation, all of these. I've ignored the noise and I'm going to focus on this and keep building over the next 5-10 years to add 3-4 similar properties each year. And that's my goal, that's my focus.
Yeah, love that. And that's very similar to me, as I've just mentioned. Like, your investment model is BRR to vanilla buy-to-let. On the other side, something we talk about a lot is building a cash flow business, which is now something you've kind of made steps into doing, and you now run a sourcing business, which you've successfully sourced your first few deals, haven't you? So why is that? Why have you decided to go down the route of sourcing as your cash flow model?
Yeah, good question. So, we've obviously talked at part of Property X and the mentoring group, and it's something I considered, but main part of last year's focus was, of course, on building the own portfolio. But personal branding, social media, as I started to document the journey more, I had a lot more people, looking to start investing in property or looking to build portfolios. And originally I was sort of hands off on the idea, but I said, I'm missing a trick here. I'm already doing all of the activity anyway to do viewings, etc., and find deals. I've already got the relationships with estate agents that are saying, what about this, turnkey buy-to-let? And what I've sourced for clients have been turnkey buy-to-lets, just because they want the hands-off, in and out, as soon as they complete, rental from day one. It works well. These people have businesses in other industries, and they just want to use their capital and their cash that they have to build up a portfolio. And that's where I can add the value doing the bespoke sourcing, which I'll take from the very first step all the way through until it's rented and they're getting the cash flow. So that's worked really, really well. And I started that, later of last year, and it's proven to be a great success. So it's something I'll continue doing. Some people have also asked for more of the BRR projects and they want to follow that suit. But if I find a good BRR project, I'm buying it for myself. So
yeah, there may be a point in time which you're doing so much volume that actually that becomes something that you offer and do. But no, everything you just said really resonates with me, because that's exactly why I got started in sourcing as well, because I guess where you now have the portfolio, you've left your job, you have the benefit of time and you have the benefit of activity, being active in the market all the time. And actually, they work together hand in hand to kind of create this momentum effect where if you constantly are able to source for people as well as source for yourself, it means that you talk to agents more, agents bring you more deals, and it kind of just continues this kind of growth cycle, doesn't it?